Hello, everyone. This is Nikki with Day Trip Diva, and today I was going to talk about why I don't like to use auto posting, auto publish websites like Later and Buffer. I used to use them. I started out with Buffer, and I had that one for a long time, and I loved it. Loved Buffer. I mean, I could schedule my post for the entire week and boom. Well, of course, this is kind of like content batching. But, and if you don't know what content batching is, it's when you have free time, you do a bunch of clips, videos, reels, you draft out some pins, posts, whatever you can do that's considered content, and then you would schedule them to be published later throughout the week, month, year, that sort of thing. Like if you have a bunch of events coming up, you probably want to schedule the next 10 events, or you want to draft the content for the next 10 events coming up. And you would schedule those things to publish when it's time for them to publish. And so that's content batching there. And so that's what I try to do. I'm not very good at that, but um, I'm not consistent with that. I won't say I'm not good at it. I'm pretty good at it, but I'm just the consistency. Hi. The consistency I'm still working on. It is a weakness for me. And it shouldn't be in this business or any business. Consistency in the content creation world is a must. And I will talk about that in another video. But this one is about Later and Buffer. But like I said, I was using Buffer for a good long time. And it's good. I mean, it's easy. You create you draft out, a tweet, a post, or whatever, and you send it to all your social media at the click of a button. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that. And then when Later came along, they did more than that. It was like images. You could have a whole library of photos, and you could. One of my favorite features was the hashtags or the captions. You could create captions or create hashtags for a category. For example, if the blog post was about coastal erosions in Florida, right? I live in Florida, whatever. If the blog post was about coastal erosions at this beach versus, some other beach, then I could go down my list of saved captions. I could look for like ocean, or erosion or ecosystem or earth or something, or nature or something like that, and it would have all my hashtags, hashtag erosions, hashtag ecosystem, hashtag trees, help the trees, and things like that. And all I have to do is click, and the whole thing pastes in that post, in that draft. And it was like I don't have to do all those hashtags all over again, because I used to have a Word document. That was the smartest thing I came up with for myself. I have a Word document, and I used to create categories. If the blog post was about trees, you use all these. If it was about animals, you use all these. If it was about hiking, you used all these. All I do is copy the whole thing, copy the little 10, 15 hashtags I have, paste it, and there you go. So I loved Later for that feature. And there's some other features I did too, but and with the free accounts, you would have a lot to do with the free accounts. And so that was great. I didn't have to, because my God, nowadays there's a subscription to everything. And on top of having like 6 streaming services, plus all your bills and everything, the last thing you need is to pay for a subscription for something like that. I mean, I'm not being cheap, just saying, but that's kind of what it is. The last thing you need is a subscription, so you want to use these free services. But of course, over time, things started to change. Now there's all these limitations, and they're pushing you to pay for the premium account. Obviously, they have to make money too. I can understand that, but it's like, my God, another subscription, and so, but that wasn't the reason I wouldn't use it. The reason I wouldn't use it is because I was starting to have too many issues with the publishing thing. And I understand that you have to have a business page on Facebook in order to auto publish for Instagram. And that's on Buffer and Later. Now, I'm sure it has something to do with Facebook's policy or how the program works, just the way that it's set up that way, the way that the accounts work together like that. But that's a pain in the butt because I didn't want to make a Facebook business page because Facebook business pages don't attract like they used to. Facebook is not the niche that we all used to use, back in the day. Facebook used to be our saving grace and the holy grail. Holy grail for like MySpace used to be, but it isn't anymore, and Facebook isn't the place everybody goes to look for stuff to do. And so I started having these issues out of Later and Buffer, actually, when I would go to make a post, and I would get these like red flags saying that there's been disconnection from the website to the social media account, and oftentimes I wouldn't get a notification about that. I would log in and to get ready to do some other content batching, and I would see that a lot of my posts are flagged red, and I'm like, you mean to tell me these things didn't publish? It's like 4 days ago. And that stuff like that can hurt your like SEO and trying to rank an audience, and it just creates this uneven effect. If you're posting the same time every week, the people who follow you are used to that, and if you're not consistent, people are like, I'm done with this, on to the next. And it's no high pressure right now for me, but because I'm not really ranking up there, but in order to have this consistency, I'm relying on these websites, and I shouldn't have to pay for a pro account in order to have that reliable service. If you have a free account, use it. But just because it's free doesn't mean that it should be trash. It should still have some good qualities to it, and that's the end of that. So I became a bit of a control freak with the whole thing. I was just like, you know what? I'm done with this because I got tired of having to go in, reconnect, and I was done with that. I'm doing more work than I should be. And when this thing is supposed to be doing it, I might as well do it all myself. So now when I do my blog post, I draft everything or draft what the social media posts will be on Facebook. It has, click on new post or whatever. And then I put my excerpt from the blog post. Then I put the link and I put the hashtags and I copy all that. And then I paste it to my other social media accounts right then and there. I'll have like 4 tabs open and I just go one after the other. That way I can physically see that it's been posted. But another thing about that post, I noticed that Later and Buffer, when they auto post to Twitter, it doesn't do, how with the link, when you put a link into one of the social media platforms, it instantly shows like a little clip preview. It shows like the feature image and the excerpt. Well, it wasn't doing that either. It was just words and a link, and that's unattractive to the eye. It just looks like some kind of spam. It's not drawing the readers in. It's not drawing in the users. They're just looking at a block of text and some long link that's been copied, and I did not like that. And when I was going down my feed and seeing that most of my posts were looking like this, I was like, oh no. So that made me go to Solo and post it myself. And now if you like Buffer Later, just let me know what your favorite features are. Mine, of course, is the hashtag saved captions and edit captions on Later. and they're pretty good. And you can just let me know what your favorite feature is in the comments, or reply with a video if you want. But yes, so I'm the type of person who likes to post it myself, keep in control, see what I see. And if you guys prefer to use the auto publishing, that's all well and good too. Even if you're new at this, I would try it to see what the features are, and it might prompt you to pay for their premium account, which would be good for you too. You have so much more access to other features and benefits, so it's something to consider. But that is just me. So I will see you guys later. Let me know. And if you like this video or any of my other videos, give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my page. Thank you. And I'll see you guys later.